Hi everybody, welcome back to Cricket Card Rookies. Gonna do a couple videos here, at least one, maybe two. Got a couple of English players, a little bit sort of vintage, mid-century, and then some earlier stuff. Do some legends from the English cricket team, kind of in honor of England's test win against Pakistan, and if you watch the channel, I've referenced the Gary Sober's autobiography quite a lot, and he has a lot of criticism for the English team and the way they played defensive. They didn't let people really kind of shine as shot makers, and in Sober's mind, they traditionally would prefer people who are more risk averse, let's say. But if you've been watching English Test cricket recently, you know that is not the case now. They've really gone for it in their declaration and their kind of attacking the win against Pakistan. And their most recent test is pretty exciting and pretty interesting, and kind of a departure from the sort of the stodgy reputation of English Test cricket. So anyway, I've got a couple of players from that, maybe that tradition a little. The more conservative version of the English game. But first is Colin Cowdrey. He was a long-time player, very well regarded, respected, venerated player, knighted. I think I read somewhere that he was the first to play in 100 test matches, and he's also the namesake for the MCC's lecture series. I think Kumar Sangakkara had a really famous lecture in the Colin Cowdrey lecture series. So yeah, just a really important player, and I think he had at least two sons who played cricket with some renown as well. So just a fixture in cricket history. I think, again, I'm not totally sure, but I think this is the rookie card. This is the 53-54 Coles, and I'm really just going by the fact that this is the earliest one in trading card database. So I'm sure there's other ones previous to that, but yeah, this is a pretty cool set, the 53-54 Coles. If there's a Peter May in there, there's a couple of nice cards. Boundaries, the border's kind of fun. But yeah, so that's my earliest Cowdrey. I think it's his rookie, but I'm sure there's another one out there. So let me know if you've got one earlier than the 53-54 Coles. So there's that one. And some of the old favorites. This is the 56 Barrett, Series A. He also has a Series B card, and it looks exactly the same. But this is the Series A, 1956. This is another 56. This is the DC Thompson, and this one's the Hotspur, the paper for boys. So there's a couple different varieties of the DC Thompson back, but there's another one. This is Kane. It's Confectioners. Again, 1956. Another one is the two series ones. I think this is the second series because it's in color. I can't quite remember. I used to know. But yeah, there's one that's in color, one that's not. Here's a 58, I guess. This is the National Spastics set, 1958. There's a lot of those late 50s, 56, 57, 58s that are all this shape and kind of bordering on the edge of color photography. So there's another one. This one is 1959, I believe. It's the Top Flight Stars. Yeah. There's another one, back to the artwork for this one, 59. Okay, this is an interesting one. If you saw the video, there's I think for the love of the cards mentioned, Stephen Fleming is kind of hooking him up with that early, is it Morris or the biscuits from the 20s cards. So Stephen Fleming, I saw him on another video, and he pointed out the fact that these 1961 cards, the A and B, C gum cards, they actually have two different sizes. You can see the difference between the two there. I mean, the same card, but one's much bigger than the other. So I have both of these, 61, both sizes for the A and B, C. This is the 65 Scanlens. It's a really cool set. The Sobers is a great card, which I don't have in that set. A lot of great players in this set. Wes Hall, and a lot of good cards. So there's Cowdrey there. It's one of my favorites. This is the 67 Cars Biscuits, Colin Cowdrey. Again, if you watch these videos, you know how much I like that set. Here's a 71 Gold Flake Barrett, I think. Yeah, Barrett Gold Flake. Another one. Seen this, Sobers in this set, a few others. Here's a Brindley How's That. It's kind of a strangely shaped card. It's pretty big, so it doesn't fit my binder. But there's a Bradman in this one. There's Peter May. There's a couple other Boycott, a couple other important people. But they mostly are photos of these guys getting bowled, which is kind of funny. You can see the ball there. I think this is the bail flying off. So it's actually pretty cool to get the photo where the balls actually hit the stumps. These are the 92 nostalgia prints. This one's 50s Test Cricketers, and this is the Ritchie and Company. And then this one, I knew more about. I kind of forgot that this is this is county print. You can get them. Each of the county cricket clubs has one of these kind of nostalgia prints, and here's Sir Colin Cowdrey's one. Again, I don't really know when it came out. I can't remember. I used to know, but I forgot. So yeah, those are all my Colin Cowdrey cards. If you've got any information on one that's earlier than the 53 Coles, please let me know. And next up, I'm going to do Frank Woolley. Got some good ones to take a look at. And that's it for today, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.